Hi guys, this is Breaker, and I'm bringing you another replay between two Grandmaster players. And our first Grandmaster I'm going to go ahead and give you guys an introduction to is a member of EXE. Don't let the fact that he is a barcode player fool you. It's none other than EXE's very own Demo. And in the upper right hand corner, spawning as the Protoss in the red trunks, we have, I'm not sure what clan he belongs to. I do know that he plays in the CSL. His name is Anki. Now, something that I do want to kind of just hold off on, I'm going to try it right now, actually, is hitting Control N. There we go. Okay. Last couple of times I did this, the game client actually crashed on me. And it's, I don't know, I guess it's just trying to work over the bugs that the most recent StarCraft 2 patch has resulted in. And there we go with Demo just spamming the APM. Nothing wrong with that. Gotta keep it high. And oh boy. See, there it is, guys. You just saw me have a bit of trouble with lag, or not lag, but rather hardware loading issues. I'm not sure what the problem is. I mean, I do have a solid state drive, so it's just a bit confusing. And Demo throws down his first barracks. There it is. Question is, how's he going to follow it up? I mean, 90% of the time, whenever we just see a single barracks going down right here. Oh, no. No. Come on, get me back in the game. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I was about to say, that was a little creepy. Well, let's see here. Alright, I was going to say, sorry, about 90% of the time, usually what a Terran player will do at this level is they'll follow it up with a second command center right here at the natural, or somewhere up here, usually. Now, we do have Demo also alternatively sending out his SCV just to get a good scout out on his opponent, and Enki's goal down here is to see just what exactly Demo is getting besides his first barracks. Okay, he sees that there's no gas, so that basically leads him to believe that there's no way he can tech up, so he's going to go ahead and throw down a second orbital command down here eventually. He's floating enough minerals for it, but the probe wants to see it with its own two eyes. And that's exactly what its function is there. Now, for Demo here, he does have a good read on his own opponent. He can see, you know, just what's going down here. There's only one gas. This could lead into an expo, basically. Most likely will. And there's an expo for Demo right here. Alright. I'm just trying to pay attention because this is actually supposed to be a somewhat lengthy game. Both of these players are in Grandmasters. Aside from Demo being a part of the EXE clan, I can't really say anything else. I do think he is a pro in the making. I wouldn't say comparable to maybe... I would not say comparable to, say, Liquid Hero or anyone else in their teams that's currently at the pro level. At least not currently. I do think he has the potential to go that far in the future, but you know, there's a lot of speculation, a lot of theories as to why so many players are getting into Grandmasters. At least in EXE. We're not a bad clan, we are far from the word bad, but of course one thing that I do want to bring up is that we now have 3, which is actually, you know, that's absolutely amazing. That's a record. But anywho, we have double gas going down and 2 more racks being tacked on for Demo. Basically, this isn't going to be a 1-1-1 play, but it is laying the foundation for a bio build. Just one Marine kind of patrolling around up here, making sure that there's no proxy pylons, no early end game shenanigans going down. But there's all kinds of theories as to why some players are just, I don't know, like getting more and more people are getting into GM and Wings of Liberty. I think that's because all of the pros, most of the pros, are trying to make that transition into Heart of the Swarm. MLG, of course, is going to take the Coupe de Grace with that, as well as the IEM World Championship Series. And speaking of the IEM World Championship, not series, but tournament, I will be casting that one in Chinese. So if you guys would so kindly, just go ahead and add me as a friend on Facebook. That's facebook.com/BreakerSC2. Or you can just hit the follow button on my Twitch channel. My Twitch channel is twitch.tv/enders116. Of course, I will be getting a secondary channel to partner up with ESL. That is to say, the guys behind the IEM, and I'll be casting through them. So, long story short, if you speak Chinese and you want to see me cast in Chinese, just go ahead and add me as a friend on Facebook. That would be the best route to go with. Okay, so let's see. We have Robotics Bay that's cranking out a single observer, 3 gateways, a handful of sentries, and a zealot. Forward zealot here on the watchtower, and a stalker down here, just making sure there's no run by shenanigans. Both players are actually playing exceptionally defensive. Missile turret going down for Demo. He's thinking, well, I don't know just what my opponent has. He could have gone up to DTs for all I know, so that's basically what he's prepared for. I wouldn't say in all essence, that's not what he was banking on, not by any means, but it's always a possibility. And of course, it's always nice to shoot down that observer. No missile turret in the main, however, interesting to note. That's alright, because excess can breed reversals. We have the robotics support bay, just the robotics bay going down. And that will allow not Demo, but Enki to crank out Colossi, getting the AoE out. It'll make short work of all of these Marines. I think if you just committed to 1 or 2 and then went straight out cranking some gateway units, it could do a lot of damage to Demo at this stage in the game. Of course, that is the mind game nuance of this game, if you will. Any new significant tech ups? No, but yes. We have concussive shells being made, as well as combat shields going down, and +1 attack on the way for Terran infantry. Of course, for Enki, we now have extended thermal lance, which it will give Colossi a longer attack range. That'll take it up to 9. To give you some perspective, in Wings of Liberty, siege tanks have a range of 13 when in siege mode. But of course, you rarely see tanks in ZVT, or excuse me, TVP. A lot less mobile, a lot more difficult to control. But now we got Demo just kind of poking around here with his Blue Marines and Marauders. I think he's waiting for some kind of a timing, maybe for his combat shields to finish up, who knows. He sees that there is no third going down yet, so he's probably thinking that his Protoss opponent is trying to kill him on 2 bases. And I think that is the smartest decision to make at any stage of any matchup in the current Wings of Liberty metagame. And there it is, the scan, the stim, beautiful force fields, and the Colossi is still alive. Shield's still up on it. Oh no, engagement? Okay, there we go. Got a little teensy bit of lag. And here we go. It looks like Enki is holding here, no problem. Now Demo does have a slight supply lead, but let's just check out how much of that is army supply. A significant amount of it, but of course all of these units can hard counter pretty much everything that Demo has at present. But of course, what I do like about both players is they're not overcommitting. I kind of wish Demo would have landed this factory just to delay the expo a teeny bit, but there's nothing wrong with that. Both players, I feel, have broken away relatively even. And the thing about StarCraft is, in this game, 95% of your victory is based on your performance, and the other 5% of it is your perception of victory or defeat. Just ask Idra. Small Bioforce kind of moving out here for Demo, just getting a good read on his opponent. Let's see just what he knows for now. Okay, so he knows that the third's there, but of course the factory saw that much. But what does Protoss know about Demo? He knows nothing about Demo. Demo's like, you ain't got anything on me, cuz. You know nothing about me, man. Alright, and now we got Demo moving to the third. But of course, there's 2 Colossi parked right here, and they will make quick work of anything bio. Sentries, throwing down some force fields, kind of making sure the bio doesn't quite get away, but this has got to be the luckiest Marauder in the mix. 1 medevac to heal all of these guys is not enough. He's got to pull everything he's got out of there. Otherwise, it'll just be units that are being thrown away. But we do have a medevac drop going down here. I did almost miss it. Double medevac drop at that, so I wonder just how much action did I miss. Okay, he did kill 5 workers somewhere and all of that. I'm thinking at the natural. But of course, he's got both of them parked right here in case he has to drop them again. Of course, this is what I call 1 to the gut, 2 to the head. I think it's a little unwise for him to stack 4 Marauders in 1 medevac. Marauders are good for handling Zealots, at least not giving the initial DPS, but they will definitely slow down the Zealots. And here we go, Planetary Fortress that will take care of pretty much any Zealots that come this way. And they do manage to get 1 Mule before it goes away, but at the same time we have a drop going down here for Demo. We got a couple more probes out of that. And is there going to be another drop here? It looks like Demo's doing the medevac drop dance. He's trying to figure out where's the safest spot to put it. Double forges down here. And some Warpins coming in to try and get those bio units. But the medevac picks up and pulls away. Now the one thing that is not going to work out for Enki is like this. He cannot hold against a full-blown assault on his 3rd. Luckily he has an observer in place to take care of that kind of trouble for him. But let's just see how he's going to react to seeing all these Vikings, all these Stalkers, excuse me, all these Vikings, all these Marauders, and all these Marines here. He's pulling his main force there. He does have a couple of Stalkers here left to take care of that medevac drop. Should have come back, and speaking of medevac drop, it looks like they curved around here and decided to drop. This one's going to die any second now, and this is smart decision making by Demo. He's actually targeting down the Dark Shrine, and in case there happens to be a last second DT warp, he's going to go ahead and put a missile turret down by his planetary. Vikings tearing up the Colossi, and they will get every last single one of them, but there's enough anti-air here to take care of that. Question is, what's going to happen after this 3rd falls? Because we see Demo pulling back, but what is Enki going to do behind this? You know, there's got to be some kind of reaction. There's got to be some kind of like a defensive follow-up or something of that nature. I think a DT in the main would be more than apt, but it looks as though, oh my god, Enki did absolutely nothing to the drop in his main. He's pulling probes off the line all but too late. I mean, this is kind of a mistake. This is not kind of a mistake. This is indeed a big mistake that almost no one should make, but it's alright. I think he could take the probes that he had on his 3rd and put them on the natural. Meanwhile, he's got some kind of a harassment activity here at the 3rd of Demo. Not getting a lot of kills in return. He did manage to take out 4 workers somewhere and all of that. And now he's just blinking the Stalkers out, and he's going to get away with them intact for the most part. Now these Stalkers, they're coming back over here, and they're going to have to, well, I think 1 Stalker can take on all of those Marines. Easily. Alright. Now if we check out the army supply right now, it's 72, but no, wait, that's worker supply. 117 to 73. So what we're going to have to see from Enki to really hold here is beautiful force fields, and now that we see Storm in production, or at least being researched, we're going to have to see beautiful storms, beautiful force fields, everything in between. Now, in terms of energy, on these 3 sentries, we've got enough to put like full wall-offs right here. Not necessarily a box of death per se, but some Zealots could definitely make a good sandwich out of that. And then just basically trap all the bio units there. And here we go. Enki might be on his last limbs here. This is a 196 army versus a 154 out of 158 army. Of course, we do have personal cloaking already being researched for ghosts. These 2 we got plenty of High Templar here, but we don't have any ghosts in the mix, so this could be deadly for Demo. And all of these units are just clumped up right here. Force field's going down. The AoE is beautiful on the Colossi, but these High Templar, I don't think they got enough for Storm. Oh, they do, but unfortunately, Enki has to sack that 3rd again. He makes a big mistake there. It's a lot of Marauders left over in the mix, but here we go. Almost every one of those medevacs has been shot down. This one's down to 1 HP just about. Third getting put down yet again. Demo still on 4 base. And we see Anki making the DT Shrine yet again. I'm sorry, I was gonna say VS, or I was gonna say a word in Chinese. It's just like I have to think about what I'm actually saying now because it's in my own first tongue now. Alright, and finally we have Anki's pylon getting picked up on by Demo. Question is just like, what is Anki going to be able to do here? I mean, he's got a lot of damage. I think he realizes now he's all in at this point because his opponent has the 4th base. He's only rebuilding his 3rd now for the 2nd time. So I don't know why Demo isn't trying to finish this game. Like, he should have been able to read that this was basically an all-in. He should be sending maybe another double medevac drop, or even a 4 medevac drop would be more than appropriate. A 4 medevac drop would just take out everything that Anki has right now. Factory floated all the way down here to what would probably be Protoss's 4th position, depending on what his comfort zone is in. We have another observer going to try and get in position. Maybe it's in patrol, who knows. Now, I do think, yeah, I think this could actually be why Demo never chose to move out. He only had 2 medevacs left. And then he just tacked on 4, and he had no way to really fully heal all of his bio units. And I like the way Anki is using these High Templar. He's actually using them sparingly to try and put some storms out there. And of course, if we see just one mistake from either side, you know, this could spell game, I think. But hang on, what's going to happen here? One DT is kind of just hanging back there, and one Marauder gets stemmed. Oh, and just, I don't know, that wasn't a beautiful storm, but of course we did see some of Demo's main force kind of just turtle into that, if you will. DTs are being used now, and I did just hear one die. I just didn't hear it kill anything. Didn't get any worker kills. There we go. Beautiful storm! Oh my god, from one High Templar. Excellent move by Anki. And of course, there's a low number of medevacs here, so this could actually work against Demo right now at this stage in the game. And now it's just like both players are trying to find an excellent position to engage. If we were to see Demo move into this right now, he would take down the 3rd, but he'd probably lose everything in between. No, there's more nasty storms going down. And what about here? It looks like Anki finally has Demo on the run. That is a lot of AoE, and the Zealots just charging forward. They're basically making all of those frontline units shoot at him, and that storm that we saw Demo get hit with earlier is now starting to really count against him, and that is some beautiful instructor, if not master, Colossi work that we saw from Anki. It looks like he's trying to save those Colossi from the ghosts, but ooh, one falls. That was beautiful. So now suddenly we see Anki back in this game because of a mistake that Demo made. He didn't put enough medevacs together with his main force. And if we just go back to the army supply, both players are about dead even in worker count. And army supply at present. Wow, oh my god, I never would have imagined. But of course, if we were to check income right now, Demo is miles ahead. He can remax on Marines very easily. But of course, charge lots can take down Marines any day if they're not supported by something like Marauders, which are very standard. Now Demo realizes this. He's like, okay, you know what? I got all these orbital commands, so I'm gonna start throwing away SCVs. And the Vikings are coming here, and they're trying to basically take down every last Colossi that we see Anki with. And Anki's trying to, he's trying to stay in this game. I don't know if he got a chance to cancel that or not. I don't see anything to indicate that. Beautiful feedbacks going on the ghosts. And now here we go. Oh, this is kind of a mistake. We don't have any EMPs, any ghosts, or anything of that nature to basically hold off against these Archons. The Archons pushing back. Zealots supporting to chase the Marauders down. And now I think we're going to see all this tiny force from Demo get absolutely obliterated. Oh, but it does regroup with some more Marines over here. Last surviving Marauder down behind that mineral patch. And there we go. Zealots and everything else just running back right now, and it looks like Anki is going to have this thing canceled yet again. He does get to cancel. And now we see, I think Demo could be making a mistake here. He's actually kind of getting himself just a little bit sandwiched, and now, yeah, he did make a mistake there. He's got no way to run home. And I think he's out of EMPs. Yes, he is. He doesn't have enough energy for any more. Observer. Beautiful work spotting for the Ghosts. And so far, both players kind of like breaking even, but the production of Demo just, oh my god, what is it? What is its income at? I gotta see. And this is all of his infrastructure right here. He has 9 barracks. In this position, I would say it would be more than acceptable to make even more. And I like this. Demo finally lands that factory. He's just going to use it to annoy the heck out of Anki. But Anki cannot remax as fast as Demo. And there it is, the Doom drop that I was mentioning earlier that Demo should have done. It's taking down all the infrastructure of Anki. And this is going to force basically either an all-in or a base race from Anki. And it looks like he's electing to go for saving his home, which is really not acceptable. So there it is. He goes ahead and leaves the game. If you guys liked what you guys saw here, go ahead and hit the follow button on my Twitch channel. That would be twitch.tv/Enders116. Also go ahead and hit that subscribe button that you guys see flashing right now. I do have a speech impediment. I speak Chinese, I cast in Chinese, I cast Chinese events in English, and I cast Western events in Chinese. So if you guys liked what you saw today, just go ahead and hit the follow button. I'll see you guys later.